Cybernation Uncensored.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cybernation Uncensored. Say hello so we can see if our cameras are working and whatnot.
Hello.
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 Hi.
How we doing?
So, chat, let us know if there's any issues, and we will get those fixed as fast as possible. All right. So, welcome. I'm Tracy, aka Stinkpalm 007, and this is session 5 of I Know You're a Twit, but What Am I? In this campaign, a rich exec's erratic behavior has seriously disrupted Night City's primary social media platform, The Garden. The crew's been hired to rectify the situation. But before we get into all that, I just want to thank our sponsors, because we wouldn't be doing this without them. So thank you to Lion Banner Games, Studio Agate, Free League Publishing, Sirenscape, Fantasy Grounds, Modifius, Loki Battle, and Loki Battle Mats. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. Also, as always, I want to thank our Talsorian because, well, Cyberpunk is just badass, and I love it. So, you know, they made it. They're awesome. With that out of the way, we'll run through some introductions. So I am Tracy. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, sometimes Reddit, under Stinkpalm 007. I'm a ttrpg creative and pro GM. I run a number of games, mostly Cyberpunk, through Start Playing. Yeah, I've actually been teaching a lot of new people who have been interested because of various situations going on and trying new games. So that's always fun. Then we're gonna go before we meet our players, I just have one little announcement. Anthony, who played Pseudo, is unable to continue with our campaign. So unfortunately he won't be here anymore. It was fun while it lasted, but yeah. So, but today I get to introduce our new player. So, Cold Spider, why don't you introduce yourself, tell people where they can find you, what you're up to, and then we'll intro your character a little bit later.
Hey, I'm Chris. I am usually found pretty much everywhere. It's Cold Spider 04. You can also find me playing every second and last Wednesday on Team Veritas under GM Rob Mulligan. I love this game. I'm excited to get into my second stream, so let's get into it.
Right. And Kurt, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Kurt, also known as Covenant the Horrible Alchemist. You can find me everywhere at my socials, which are gloriously provided right there. I am playing Burnout, our resident trauma team medic who is on suspension for saving someone who we will introduce later. You can find me here on Mondays, and then soon you will find me doing Blade Runner over on Emporium for the Wayward Gamer here in a couple of weeks. More to follow on that. Follow my socials for more information.
Sweet. Thank you. And Diamond, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Diamond Dust. I'm a VTuber from the Moonlighters Network, and I am playing as Frost, a corporate solo who is just on her way trying to make things just a little bit better for herself, get herself into a nice position up the corporate ladder, all while keeping off the desk and still, using her skills as she always has. You can find me here on Twitch under Diamond_Dust_320. Pretty much every day I do homebrew Cyberpunk content. I do a variety of other games, and I also will be running my own game on Thursday mornings, Eddies and Elflines. For any of you who might be Elflines fans, Thursday mornings / Thursday afternoons, depending on what part of the world you're in, that'll be 11 a.m. EST, 4 p.m. GMT. And I have a wonderful cast, and I'm super excited to run this game.
Excellent. And finally, Crimson.
Hey y'all, I'm Crimson Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. My pronouns are they, them, she, and they, and today I'm going to be playing Dreamer, pronouns she, her, the nomad car wizard, actually kind of super charismatic person that is pretty good at talking and getting some information that way. Yeah, she has a lot going on that I haven't even touched yet that I made into the backstory, but we'll see how that ends up going. Something to plug right now. Tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, session 1 of our brand new Power Rangers campaign, Arcanites, over on the Initiative Order Twitch channel. It's gonna be freaking amazing. Come check it out.
All right. Excellent. So, before we get into our recap, I just want to drop in my little disclaimer. This story is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, events, and incidents are the co-creation of this table and their imaginations. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Absolutely and completely coincidental. Yes. I would never use games to make commentary on social or current events. You know, never. Not what I do.
Totally.
So with that out of the way, all right, Frost, can you debrief us on last session?
All right. So last session of Cyberpunk RED, we had Dreamer and Burnout actually exploring a kind of a bit of an out of the way ziggurat warehouse that had been put together near the hot zone, where people are buying and selling things that they find out there. They had also discovered that for some reason, this little scrap market is heavily guarded by armored personnel wearing flak, carrying assault rifles and shotguns. It actually leaves me wondering why. And it turns out there might be a secret tunnel system somewhere down there. Are we going to find it? Perhaps. Trying to think. Also on top of that, this one's a little bit further back, but we have gotten Frost into Ziggurat, where she is hopefully going to be able to worm her way up into UR's security detail. And she starts work on Tuesday. She also had to let her surprise reveal her ever so dear godmother know that she is retiring from resigning from Lazarus to take on this full-time job instead of waiting for the next contract, which I guess blew Kurt's mind. Let's see, what other important information do we have to share? Also, for some other info that we had learned is UR had banned accounts that were even very supportive of what they do, and these trust fund babies that do all this parkour stuff in the hot zone must have come across something that UR wants. And we're also probably figuring there's a guess in the air coming from, I think Burnout was the one that made this guess. UR might be dealing with the rads or radiation poisoning. I don't know. Is there any Fallout D20 players in here? Yeah. All right. I think that's everything on my end.
Excellent.
This is where I get the crossover so I can go get my T-45 armor and run around, right?
Ooh, that'd be fun. I mean,
if you get a techie.
Unfortunately, I have not prepped stats for the T-45 yet. I mean, I'm sorry.
Would power armor even stack up to the type of firepower you can get in Cyberpunk RED, though?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's power armor in 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. There's even power
Heavy
armor
metal.
that's designed for full Borgs. That's what Adam Smasher was wearing when he fought Morgan Blackhand.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The Dione is a power armor for full Borgs, full boards can't even use it because there's no life support systems in it. And yeah, Atom Smasher had that on, and that thing is straight up badass. Like if you Google it, its stats are insane. It does like 8d10 punch damage. Like its punch is just like blows you to pieces. So
excuse me, GM, I have one other important announcement that I should probably throw out there in case anybody's not in the loop. In case you don't follow Artal Saurian, they just dropped a new DLC today, and it is flipping awesome. You guys want more drugs for your game? Just go. And we finally get to see what Fox and Hornet look like. And there's even a new drone, and it's so cute, and I want it. Like, anyway, that's it.
Drugs.
It's awesome. Like a chunk of that was like me and a player earlier this week discussing homebrew because he wanted stuff like that. And now it just dropped, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like... So, yep. All right. Back onto the topic at hand. Where we left off, we were sitting in Curious Burrito. And you guys had just met with your contact informant, whatever you want to call him, poor retail guy, who told you a little bit about what's going on at the warehouse and other such information of that nature. And you guys got done with that. And we'll kind of pick up there with you guys still hanging out at the Curious Burrito. I don't think y'all finished your food or anything. I think Frost was a little too focused on the situation and security. So... let's kick off with that. So, Frost.
I'm going to unwrap this steamy hot burrito of surprise.
Mm-hmm. You got the mystery burrito at Curious Burritos. And Curious Burritos are already curiously inexpensive, as their slogan says. And this is, half the normal price. But what do you get in a mystery burrito? Well, it's a mystery because the ingredients are really just the things that need to be used up. It might be extra sauteed veggies that were made one day, or over-seasoned scop brizo for the breakfast burritos, or brown guac. Who knows what you're going to get in it. So we're going to go around the table, and we're going to each add an ingredient to Frost burrito.
It probably won't phase her, but I'm interested to see what we got.
Yes, I'm very curious what's going to happen here. And I'm going to have Frost go last because I'm going to let you actually change your choice if you want once you hear everything else. So let's kick it off with our newest player, Chris.
What's not really good in that thing would be some tuna flavored kibble.
Ooh.
Tuna kibble.
Fish burrito. Actually, fish burritos aren't too bad.
Could work. And then Crimson.
Okay, so building off of a tuna burrito, I think we gotta toss some jalapenos on there, just because that would be weird.
Yes.
All right. So we got some jalapenos with our tuna burrito. And Kurt?
Bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Just because it feels like with that combination, it would be a weird texture thing. And
so I was going to top it off with some slightly brown guacamole. Sat out a little too long. And Diamond, what are you finishing this thing off with?
Well, let's see. There's some guac, some jalapenos, some bean sprouts, and some tuna. Honestly, maybe if you like leftover sauteed like peppers and onions, probably wouldn't actually be too bad in this.
Nice.
So
you got pretty lucky with your burrito today. So you guys are sitting there eating. So what do you think of your burrito, Frost?
It kind of takes a bite for a moment, Like everything kind of works until she hits the bean sprouts for a moment. She just kind of like stops for just a sec. Kind of takes a few bites, chews it a few times. And she gets back into it. It wouldn't be like the best burrito she's had, but it's something that she will eat. It is edible.
Nice. All right.
Also, Raven, that's horrible.
I miss.
Recently pardoned prisoners from the local penitentiary. Yikes.
Soylent Green is people.
shit.
People is
Nice.
Soylent Green.
I'm gonna be a dark heresy, and I got to get over the fact that I'm eating people.
All right. So while you're sitting there eating, Burnout, you get an email on your phone, and you were just gonna like dismiss it, but you noticed that it was addressed to Burnout, and you don't really take messages by that name.
No,
very
I don't.
much.
I
So
click it open.
you click it open, and it's an out-of-office reply from Pseudo, and it says that I'm out of the office. Sorry, I'm out of the office on extended leave. If you need your data immediately, please log into our secure download system. And it's a reply, because it's an out-of-office reply to an email you never sent, labeled from Burnout, and it's to Pseudo. And it says, I would like to get my data as soon as possible. Could you send it over? Also, I'm concerned about the low Earth orbit, LEO, situation. I believe security's been compromised. Maybe you should cancel any trips to Leo for drinks again.
Looks like Pseudo's off the job.
Oh,
And there is a
okay.
link there for the download system.
I just clicked the download, just letting it all download into my agent.
You click it, and it throws you over to some website called Perfect Burrito. And it's like, make the perfect burrito. First, pick your 2 favorite sauces. And there's like all these different sauces flying across the screen. And like, you realize like pretty quickly that this is like some sort of like AI built website, because like it's taking things like occasionally like porno covers and stuff that are like saucy, teens or whatever flying across the screens, It's like, but all these like sauces are kind of like just meandering around the screen.
Ross just kind of looks over, it just kind of glances, notices. Okay.
I select. I select peanut sauce. That's what I select.
You select peanut sauce,
Yeah.
and then it's like select one more, and you see other ones flying around. You see, soy
Cilantro.
sauce
I don't
and
know.
cilantro and
Yeah.
hot sauce and
Another sauce that does not go with peanut sauce, because
Wait,
that's
hot
his
sauce?
humor.
Hot sauce. I think that might be the one. Honestly, I'm thinking that it's stuff that we've made references to, and we've definitely talked about hot sauce, I'm pretty sure.
So you hit hot sauce to go with it, and then like the whole thing like disappears, and it starts downloading some files to your phone. And just a moment here, I am going to drop in. You get a map amongst those files, and I am going to drop it into chat here. Where did you go?
A map. It might lead to buried treasure.
And so I just dropped it into Discord chat for you guys, and for those at home, I just dropped it into the Google Drive. It's the Twit campaign map too,
Ooh.
and
It's got colors.
it's got colors. Yes, it does.
Interesting. Oh. Interesting.
Got colors? Yes, it do. It's got colors. Yes, it's true.
So does anybody want to say what they're seeing or noticing on that map?
Well, if I grab.
Well, the thing that jumps out to me is the big search area with a red circle. That's what I'm seeing.
Yep. So he's marked off part of the hot zone in there. You find in some of his other files, he has screenshots of the stadium in Night City. What's it called over there? Number 9. The McCartney Field Stadium, and screenshots of the US 16 bridge going across Del Coronado Bay, and a bunch of calculations associated with those. And then I'm not sure. Burnout, you have pretty high education, don't you?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I have specific education. I have skills tab load. Fantasy ground, work faster. I have a lot of just flat education. You said?
Yeah.
I got a 12.
That's good.
Right.
Yeah. So you're able to realize that this is the shit you hated in geometry and trig, and this, like, the stuff you've already forgotten. But you realize that he's doing a bunch of calculations based on angles and whatnot to come up with a circle. He's using reference points from these photos to develop that. There's also some other notes that he has in there. Some other calculations that are indicating that he thinks that whatever he found in the footage is located underground, and has a few pictures that have kind of like reference points towards it. And one last thing is a screenshot from a garden post. And no, it's not yours. It's from somebody named Cybernartion. It's a picture of a middle-aged guy with a dad bod and a robe and slippers drinking margaritas, and it just says, "Won the corporate jackpot. Enjoy my extra free time and a pile of Eddies. YOLO."
Huh.
So,
These coordinates lead to this guy, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like it. Hey, what do you know? The warehouse.
Really?
I just Burnout just looks over at Dreamer, just like,
We gotta go back there?
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I could flirt with the dipshit behind the counter and, like, get him to let us into the back rooms or whatever.
So that's what you find. And I mean, as you've realized, it sounds like Pseudo is out of this game, whatever has happened with it.
Well, this is easily a 4-person job, and if we ain't got Pseudo, we're gonna need a 4th person.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, where are we gonna find another runner or crystal jock to get us in? Especially.
Oh, that's easy. I got a guy who owes me.
Oh.
And at that point, I believe that I would call up Roy.
All right. So Roy, are you actually there?
What the fuck's this?
Your guardian angel, as a matter of fact.
You gonna know that down, mate? I've got a few of those.
No, you don't. You really don't. So, you working?
Oh, I'm doing shit, mate. What do we need?
I need a body, possibly a trigger finger.
How many?
Just one trigger finger?
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. All right. Where do you want me to meet you at?
Get down to the Curious Burrito as soon as you can.
Oh my god, they want the peanut sauce. I love that fucking place. I'll be right.
Why does everybody love the peanut sauce?
I don't know.
I don't.
I mean, the peanut sauce is good, just not on the burrito.
Well, maybe if you maybe if you pinch your nose, it might taste good. I'm sorry, it's just I'm not digging their peanut sauce.
It's just no. Yeah, no.
All right. So, Roy, you're going to head over to the Curious Burrito?
Yep.
All right. A few minutes later, Roy ends up getting over to you guys at the Curious Burrito, and you guys kind of, he comes walking in. Obviously, Burnout notices him immediately. Well, all you probably notice him immediately, but Burnout knows who he is. So, Roy, why don't you start by telling us how you look today, and then we'll actually go around the table and have everybody tell us how they're dressed today.
Well, my look's very simple, you see. I just wear my flak vest and tank top. I try to still wear my Maelstrom colours, not because I support them, but they were a big part of my life. I am an ex-Maelstrom member, which you may notice the sunglasses. It's not because I'm trying to look like a cool-ass rocker boy, but it's primarily because I had a multi-optic mount up here, see, and when they booted me, they ripped the fucker out, and Burnout actually saved my life. He found me in the alley where they left me, and he performed surgery on me. And the way I understood it, he got shit canned over it just because I didn't have the insurance, I'm a rocker boy, but I'm not that high of a rocker boy yet. So
it was an honest mistake. I 100% thought that he was the client. Maelstrom shooting at us. I made a bad call. Now I'm suspended. He's alive, and I still owe about 3.2 million eddies for his medical care,
which I will pay back eventually when I get bigger.
3.2
I know,
million.
you're good for it.
Oh my goodness, 3.2 million.
I mean, yeah, keep that hyperinflation going on today's medical bills. That's not that far off.
Oh. No, Frost is just gonna kind of lean over. This is your guy?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
body's a body at this point.
All
Is that
right.
a problem with no work?
No,
Yeah.
it's not that. It's Frost here just happens to think that right tools for the right job, but I'm more of a square peg round hole will make it fit.
Yeah, different approaches. So what's everyone else wearing?
Okay. Yep. So, what are y'all wearing other than Roy? Well, who's already described himself?
I am wearing just my my LED overcoat with a t-shirt says "Can't Fix Stupid" and navy cargo pants with some black 18 holes with light up soles.
Nice.
All right. Frost, what are you wearing?
Frost, seeing how it's still Monday and it was interview day, she's still wearing her pantsuit from earlier today, with just her concealed body armor underneath it. Other than that, her hair is still pretty well curled and just has her flats on. Other than that, also has packed her pistol back into a concealed location.
All right. And Dreamer, what are you looking like?
Yeah, Dreamer's gonna be wearing basically the same stuff you've seen her in all the time so far. She's gonna be wearing her her bootleg redressers colors with like a cute top on underneath and just like some what's the word? I can't remember the exact word I'm looking for, but essentially just useful pants that can fit her shit. So she's got like her gun tucked in like the vest and stuff, and like, yeah.
Nice. All right. So Roy comes over, sits down with y'all, and you guys kind of describe the situation, catch him up on what's been going on and whatnot. And since it's getting late, well, it's probably like 7 o'clock or so by now. So probably a good time to make some plans for what you guys are doing moving forward or tomorrow or whatever.
All right.
Do we want to take this somewhere where there's not a lot of ears by chance?
I think
My
we
car-
do.
I mean,
My
cargo
car can
container.
work.
Well, I mean, yeah, your car, but I was gonna say like my cargo container's roomy enough. So I don't, park my car in my lack of car in cargo container. Because car don't go in container.
Oh, sure it does. There's room for a bed back there if you pull your car inside. That's what I do.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though, isn't it?
Like
I mean,
at
like
this
10 feet.
point, Burnout
Well,
is just kind of like waving at Roy with this expression of "just go with it, dude. Just go with it."
Frost is getting up though at the moment. She puts a hand out to Roy. Frost.
What?
No? Okay. Alright. Okay. Not one for niceties. Anyway, we going? We staying?
Up, I'm Dramer. Nice to meet you. Let's go for a ride. Yeah.
She kind of looks over at Roy. Just make sure you have a doggy bag nearby. She is Frost.
It happened
on her way out the door.
one time.
Okay, I
One
don't
time.
blame you. I don't blame you though. I don't blame you, Burnout. Damn.
Hey, it's not my fault if you can't handle good driving. All right, so yeah, I would get the coordinates of where she stays and plug it into the GPS before I start driving.
North Cargo Container Village in New Westbrook. Not too
Cool.
far away from the Ziggurat building. Literally just probably a short bus ride.
All right.
If you
Where are
guys
you
head
from, Roy?
Boy,
Yeah, where are you from?
I grew up in originally I'm from England, obviously, but I moved over here when I was younger. My parents died very early on, and I got taken in by Maelstrom. They raised me, and I was cool with them. I understand the philosophy. I love Chrome. I love playing loud ass music, and I love being a bastard. But unfortunately, it got to be a bit too much. They got to be. I mean, they were just killing people to kill people. They weren't doing anything for a reason, and I couldn't get behind that. So, one time at a show, I was performing, and this fan came up. He wanted me to sign his Chrome arm, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, all right." And my security fucking stomped him. They killed him just for trying to get an autograph because they thought he was trying to rush me. So I was like, "Nah, fuck this." And I called upon my fans, and I was like, "Kick their asses." And the second they got him, I fucking bolted. Unfortunately, about a day later, the head of fucking Maelstrom got me. And as I said before, there's a reason I wear these shiny glasses, because my eyes are fucked, because they ripped them out.
Oh.
God damn.
Now
God
they don't play. And we're still not on great terms, but they're still my bloke. There's some of them are still my family, but I can't support what they did. It's fucked. But all families are, right?
My family's pretty all right, but I get where you're coming from. My original family wasn't great. They're gone now. Now my family is kind of great.
I'm lucky if mine remembers my birthday every once in a while, despite all the other things that they're rushing about doing in the higher ups. But
Yeah. Now, growing up on the streets of Night City ain't too easy, but yeah.
I can't say that I relate. At least 2 or 3 fresh meals a week were probably made me a little bit bigger than some of y'all, but
So you,
I mean, with
What's up,
all the
Tracy?
tech.
so about then, you guys get to Frost's place, and you're able to go in there. Frost, what's your place look like?
So it's gonna have like the college dorm room furniture, where it's very basic. Like there's a desk with a few shelves connected to it. Actually, if you look in cubes and containers, it does a pretty good explanation of it. She may or may not have tactically acquired a couch from someone that may have been, you know, evicted. So she made off with a couch. So she's got that. That's the nicest thing she's got besides her Sagittari Rush Revolution, which she's not touching until things are fixed. Like over on Elf Lines, she does not want to lose any of her shit.
You're
So,
worried
no-
about that big dragon that's stealing everybody's shit?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, there's plenty of room. A few extra bags of kibble lying about. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. It's not a lot, but it's home.
I go
Cool.
walk up, just plop down. This is lovely.
Thanks. The neighbors generously gave it to me a few weeks ago. Well, more. I picked it up in a
Is that a blood
free
stain?
for all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's blood.
Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, I don't want to bother the docs about some things. I'll take care of the bloody noses and stuff. But yeah,
It happens, mate. It happens.
Oh yeah.
probably much to Burnout's ire at times. I don't come see him when I probably should. But
All right.
I might have it in. Looking at my resume, I might have it in good that, you know, if I can make some people a little bit further up the chain for me, you know, have to have a sick day. Or if, you know, if something happens, maybe the radiation, well, maybe like whatever's going on with UR, maybe it impacts his bodyguard. Well, their bodyguard. I might be able to get a way up in there. Find a way up top. Find where UR is going.
What?
Right on. Well, we learned that there's this elevator in the back of this warehouse we checked out earlier, and they actually use it to transport all the employees and shit underground to get to and from work and shit. And so I'm thinking that, like, they probably spend a lot of time down there, and UR probably uses those tunnels to get around the city, and that's why there's the sightings of them are so rare in public. So yeah, we might need to find a way down in there.
Well, I mean, if it's by employee badge, it depends, because I've noticed when I was over at Ziggurat, different employees had different kinds of badges, and I don't know if like UR's like security detail is going to be different from like field security and you know, other departments like that. And plus, if I ping in the wrong location, people are going to be asking questions. That's just always how it is in corporate.
True. They're gonna be monitoring your movements hardcore when you're on the job.
Oh yeah. But hey, it's good cover.
I am staring intently at this map right now, and I am looking at this trying to figure out, right, like, and then I lean over and I want to lean over and show it to Roy and be like, do these locations make any sense to you?
No, it's off my head, mate.
Between Leo's Liquor, the bootleg redressers, the actual Ziggurat warehouse, and then Ur's penthouse, it feels like there's another location that's missing.
So, I will say at this point that some of those locations are just left on there from the previous version of the map, so that I didn't have to make a whole new map. So I did
Okay.
leave.
Those are not necessarily relevant to what we're doing.
Yeah, the new one is the search area,
Okay.
which is what got added.
Right.
Um,
Gotcha.
So do we think this person's going to be hiding out in the area that he wanted us to search, or should we check out around that area as well?
Look at that area, like they're in the hot zone. Like I'm just. What were those other pictures that you had by chance, Burnout?
The other pictures that I had.
Like there was a photo from like US 16, like the bridge from that goes into Watson. Like those.
That wasn't me, was it?
Yeah, so you got in the data some reference photographs.
Okay.
They're pictures, and you can see like highlighted in the background. There's the bridge going over to Watson, the US 16, and also the arena over there. So you can see kind of like those sorts of things back there that are highlighted, and then there's the calculations that you saw that were associated, or at least looked like to you like a bunch of calculations of angles and whatnot.
You said going into Watson?
Well, yeah, US 16.
So, and those pictures are coming from a point of view somewhere within the hot zone that's higher up, because you can see rubble nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamer, you would recognize this is probably from the video that you guys watched with the conspiracy guy, Leo's Liquors. That these were some of the like points that you may have seen in the videos.
Shit. All right. That's from that video that weird ass dude showed me, and our friend.
What? Where did you and Pseudo go?
We actually went and met up with this dude that ran like a UR fan site or some shit. I don't know. He was talking some wild ass shit, and I was barely paying attention, if I'm being honest. He made me want to laugh at him, so it was difficult to take him seriously.
That's a little mean, ain't it?
Gotta call it how I see it. Fuck. So yeah, essentially, maybe we should look for that building inside that zone, but considering it's so close to the Ziggurat warehouse, that could point to them already having what they're looking for, because there was like this little machine in the video that was like kicking into like overdrive and shit. So I'm thinking that maybe that is at like the top of the warehouse or in one of the tall buildings around it that UR uses the tunnels to get to. So if we can find that building, we might be able to find what he's working on and figure out what's actually going on with him.
Who is the person in the picture, though? Like, would I happen to know this person from like the corporate world at all, GM? The
person in the picture?
Yeah.
No, they are not from the corporate world. They're from the social media world.
So would any of us know who this is at all?
So at least Dreamer's heard the name. Yeah, I think Frost is connected enough to social media to realize this is it's Xavier Price, the founder of Hot XP, a urban explorer group out of the Hot Zone. They had done a bunch of videos, urban exploring videos, and parkour and stupid jackassery basically, as their gimmick. And the video was them kind of running around, and they were just like, parkouring things and like exploring in the hot zone, having some arguments or whatnot. And then they started going down inside of some buildings and underneath some things, and they came across what Pseudo was thinking was some sort of net equipment.
That
Actually,
would line up with what my family heard about you are. I have to-
Roy. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Dreamer.
Boy.
The hot zone, like north side of the hot zone, that's Maelstrom territory, isn't it?
Yeah, but because I'm still okay with some of my books, so I just have to kind of watch my ass with the higher ups. You know what I mean?
Well, I was just wondering if you guys are ever over in that part of the area, because it sounds like Dreamer's family has info that lines up. I'm just wondering if maybe some of the locale might know.
Oh, easily. Should I roll a perception on that, or?
Why don't you actually give me a local expert?
Expert.
Tape.
All right. So you would know, like, if you're looking at the map that I have up there, you guys might be skirting around the top edges of that. A lot of times you guys didn't usually go into the really nasty hot zone areas. Sometimes you did for fun or whatnot. But really, like, around the area that would be like essentially the right side of Old City Center, the words, like that, like half of that, that set of words, like that is an area that's particularly dangerous, high radiation levels, and very problematic. It's very centered around the old courts and City Hall and Police Precinct 1. All those are situated right in that area. That area is really hot. It's also right by where Arasaka fell. And so you guys didn't usually go off that far down, but you'd hit the top area sometimes. You'd go maybe into the circle area sometimes. Close to the Ziggurat warehouse is a little dangerous. They get a little trigger happy when Maelstrom come around near that place.
Yeah, if the radiation levels are that bad, man. I mean, I must be honest, but not trying to grow a new one. You know what I mean?
Oh dear.
So, what are you guys thinking of doing for your next day?
Well, I have to go to work.
Yep.
I'm gonna attempt to try and find this point, this highest point.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Right? Like to try and figure out where these pictures were taken from.
Yeah,
That
and
makes
I want to
sense.
find that because, like I was gonna say, my family had information that it is just rumors we've heard, but is looking for pieces of the old net so he can build his own, like, old net type system and get that back up and running so he can have control of it. That's what we've heard, and so that information seems useful.
Nice.
Oh.
Yep. And you would definitely need to do that in daylight. I mean, Dreamer, that traveling the hot zone at night is, well, generally just stupid. It's possible, but just with how bad the terrain is, besides all the other threats, you're as likely to end up shot or dead as you are with a broken ankle and stranded, So, yeah.
Do you guys have radiation suits?
I don't, mate.
Nah.
Could we score some pretty easy?
I mean, I imagine you'd be able to get. I imagine they'd be up for sale pretty easy peasy because of the situation.
I feel like we blew most of our money on that information about the elevator.
I mean, she's not wrong. That did cost quite a pretty penny, but hopefully it'll have long-term returns.
And I assume you guys are wanting me to come with you to get that elevator situation squared away.
Well, I mean, we are a team where we're supposed to be doing things together, but if you want to be all, lone men against the wind or something like that, then I mean,
Burnout. I'm just saying, like, if we want to hit it later in the evening when things are winding down, I get off work at 7.
Okay, but that still doesn't mean that we don't need you now.
All right. So what, we go tonight then?
Dreamer,
Hitting up,
you know the area
the
at
hot
night.
zone at night is typically not the best idea. If we keep our eyes open and make sure no one gets the jump on us, we might be okay. But that's some danger. Just letting
the
y'all
edge
know.
of the hot zone, isn't it?
Yeah,
Still.
edge is a relative term.
Like, I'm down to do it. I just want y'all to know the risks. Like, we could be walking into, like, literally anything out there.
Well, it's like you Americans always say, speak softly and carry a big stick. Well, I'm a fucking rock star and I got a shotgun, so let's fucking do it.
Alright, cool.
All right.
All right.
Just gonna go over to her Foot Locker, pull her assault rifle out, grab her other ammo.
Wow.
Probably switch out to her jeans, t-shirt, light armor jack. Oh fuck! Long time since I've done this.
Y'all good at staying quiet and hidden?
Oh yeah. Man, what do you think I've done for most of my life is for work?
Fair. Alright, just wanted to check because we might need to do a little bit of that.
All right. Is anybody going to need to go back to their place to get any equipment or anything?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna need to go back to my apartment to get my gear for sure, because I'm not just toting it around.
All right. Cool.
I imagine I keep most of my gear in my car and can easily just tactile load.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing back by my Cuba Hotel and get me my shotgun and some ammo.
All right. So the question is, are you guys done planning? Do you want to move on and go pick up your stuff and head out there?
I'm not sure what else there is to do unless you guys got any other ideas.
I mean, honestly, I think that's the best lead we got right now, besides, like, figuring out how to get into the tunnels. But, like, honestly, I'm not even worried about that right now. So I think this is the best course of action, yeah.
Just so you know, when I ask that, I'm not saying there's more to consider or anything.
Okay.
I'm simply asking if there's more that you want to do. Because I don't always have, like, further plans for you. I do most of the time. But,
we're gonna split a gallon of tequila and look for hookers. I don't know what.
All
Sounds
right,
like a
that's
good
what we're
time to
doing.
me. Anyway.
Where do you want to get them?
I don't know.
All right. All right, so you guys go running back by Burnout and Roy's place. When you get to Burnout's place, there is a package there for you.
Was I expecting mail?
No?
I go and I find a long stick, and I kind of like nudge the package a little bit to make sure it isn't a bomb.
You nudge it. It exists. I'm not sure what nudging it's going to do. I mean, it doesn't blow up.
Well, that's a first step in the right direction.
I mean, that's a plus.
I go and I pick up the package.
And you pick up the package. It weighs maybe 10 pounds at most. Not
right.
terribly heavy. It's, you know, a box is maybe a 1.5 foot cube or something. You know, not huge.
Is it marked for Delaware? Apparently somebody's package is missing. Is it
No,
marked for
but
Delaware? Okay.
there's a little on top of it from Mama.
All right. I pull out my little switchblade knife and open it up.
Inside, you find a little note that says that y'all might need a little bit of, you know, a couple little toys here to get things done. I know it's a little hard communicating, so just figured I'd send over this care package. And inside you find a Geiger counter, and you find a pistol, but it's not a normal pistol. It's a pistol for shooting homing trackers. And it has a little readout display, and it even has the little clippy mounts to go on your car dash.
Well, I guess this is for you. And he like holds it out to Dreamer because it like looks like very much that it attaches to a car.
All right, I'd grab that. I'm actually hands I'm good with, so this will work.
Yep, it's a handgun. It has a 3-round mag of homing trackers. Fire it with handguns with the same range tables, whatnot, and then the display is a separate unit, like basically looks like a small agent or whatnot, and you know, and the little like clip mount for your dash for it if you want to follow something.
Does it do damage if blinked at someone?
Probably not. But it would be really annoying because it's essentially covered in like super glue to stick to things, and it's also a really strong magnet. So
Imagine
it's
getting
like
that in someone's hair.
Super glue.
Yeah. It's like a
Gorilla
gooey
glue.
like super glue, like the gel crap that you get sometimes.
Oh, Mod Podge.
You know,
Oh, got it. Okay.
it's basically, you know, it fires it off, and it uses a chemical cartridge, much like the you know, normal rounds do nowadays, except for it has a chemical reaction to create a glue product. And so you fire, it sticks well.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to add that to my sheet so I can remember it.
What I would probably do is go to items, and go to your inventory, and then I would just drop in something like a pistol, and then we can modify the damage afterwards. Or
Fair.
because if you can rename it, I may have to add it as a separate item into Fantasy Grounds. So as long as you have something to remember it, and I can get that added in.
I imagine it would be closer to a medium pistol than a heavy pistol, yeah?
Yep, that's what I was thinking. All right. So you find that, you pick up your stuff, you get Roy's stuff, and I think right about now it's probably a good time to do a 10-minute break,
Okie dokie.
and then we can come back and do a little bit of urban exploring at night.
Parkour.
Who the hell is that?
All right.
All right. So, audience, please, stick around while we go on a brief break and whatnot, and we will be back shortly to cause some trouble.
All right.
Hey.
Stretch.
All right.
Heck.
And mics are hot.
Yes,
just so
sir.
you know. All right. I will be right back. I need to grab some.
I was
liquid.
doing a draw.
You are doing a draw.
Cool.
Yeah, when I'm listening to other people's talks and stuff, I start drawing just because I don't like I'm listening, but I have to keep my hands busy. And I felt like playing guitar when people were talking was too much of a distraction. So I started drawing. And like I literally just started drawing again after like, I don't know, a solid 2 decades of not picking up a pencil.
Don't feel
Nice.
bad. I ignore everything I say too.
No, I totally get it. I always doodle when I like take notes and crap like that. So
Yeah.
all right, I gotta grab me some water.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
I'm gonna make way and grab a cig.
It seems The Last of Us is a casting call, by the way, chat. If you want to get involved in that, make sure you go over to Cybernation Uncensored's Discord and get yourself involved in that. It looks like it's just me and Burnout right now in the group.
Oh, what are we doing? Oh. CNU can make you famous.
This stream has been brought to you by Ziggurat. Don't worry, we use your data
For everything.
for good things.
Lies. That's
Even-
100% lies.
What are you talking about? They use all your data crawl information to get you some good dates, like you saw in the Valentine's DLC. Well, okay, maybe some good dates.
That's a big if on that.
Do you remember episode 1 when we talked about browser history? Yeah. The browser history isn't sacred. It's literally used to help you find dates in the dark future. How about that?
I mean, browser history is a thing. But in the future, I would like to think at this point in our technological advancement, there is somehow tied to, like, if your heart stops for like more than 3 minutes, your browser history is just automatically deleted.
I wonder if that's actually a piece of tech.
Like it's like the just in case package or something like that. No, we're not going to give you any medical. No, we're not going to give you medical. We're not going to do anything along those lines. But if your heart does stop for 3 minutes, we will automatically delete your browser history.
Don't worry, all your passwords will be erased too. But
Raven brings up a good point.
If there's a difference between regular and dark one. I think it just depends on the location that you're in. But like for me and like some of the content that I do, and I'm very open about like what I do. Like I really could care less if people look at my browser history. I really could care less because you're gonna find stuff for like stuff between pistols. Because I like my handguns. They are I wouldn't say they're like my babies, but they're very important. They're very important investments for me. Just especially kind of like work, but also I enjoy sports shooting. But I do other kinds of stuff out there that just like for me it probably wouldn't matter too terribly much. But I imagine for other people like in the dark future, yeah, they might just want their history wiped. Oh gosh, it seems like all the megacorps though. In my personal opinion, like Ziggurat and N54 probably have some of the biggest impact on the general public, and also WNS. Like if we talk about day-to-day average Joes out on the street, those three megacorps probably have some of the biggest impact on how people behave in the dark future.
That's fair.
I mean, of course, you got Continental Brands where it's just like, oh, you elected one of our corporates into your neighborhood leadership? Well, we'll give you some extra kibble. Oh, you guys blew up your Continental Brands Oasis station? That's okay. We'll build you another one. However, you're just getting cheeseburger flavor for the rest of the month. And Chew 2 prices might be up a little bit for you. By an extra $10 to make up for the building costs, of course. Yeah, you can probably walk off all that kibble. But I guess other than that, also Raven, seeing how you were in here, I had looked at some of the stuff from Medicine in the Time of the Red, and like I had seen the lust drug. Like, my gosh, it's an evil drug. I kinda want to use it in my campaign. Just as, you know, evil villain things.
It is an evil drug, and that is was originally conceived of by Raven.
He's right now.
What kind of cursed flavors? Well, actually, fun fact, I guess, for any of you who might be interested in like Elflines Online, Continental Brands actually came out with this special flavor called Sacred Herbs for those who want to get like special prizes or rewards. There's codes at the bottom of the bag for these for in game. It's some pretty cool stuff. Just kind of like how well everything integrates with each other. Also, because of UR's recent behavior on Elflines Online, I worry for the beans' safety. I really do worry. There's actually a drug from Brazil that you got the inspiration. Oh, neat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd seen some of like the different drugs that you guys had made for that book, and I kind of want to implement them into my game that I run over on my channel, just because it's like some good stuff.
Use anything you want for my stuff, always.
And of course, also I did, drop my first book. It's even over in Cybernation Uncensored Discord if you guys want to use it. It's just some extra phone apps. I know that Black Chrome's got some phone apps coming out, but I didn't realize that was going to be a thing until later in development of the book. But speaking of the Black Chrome leaks, there's one that can just absolutely brick your agent. I'm curious to why they would do that, though. Why Segatari would do that, though. Like, maybe this is a marketing ploy between Segatari and Ziggurat to maybe make more to get people to buy more agents. Perhaps.
Look, I got one installed right up here.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Yeah, you hook up to another person's agent. You guys play this game, and whoever loses, well, your phone gets bricked. And it's just like,
ouch.
That's yikes. Like I got super excited when I saw this leak, and I'm just like,
So how would that work with an internal agent then? Would that like?
I think it's got to be like an actual agent.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
I would not let anyone plug into my head. I would not let anyone do that.
No, not without a high level of trust.
Now, wouldn't that be romantic? Two netrunners plugging into each other's heads
and exploring each other's minds.
Oh yeah.
Last time I let someone plug in. It was a big old mess, so.
Actually,
I mean, honestly, kind of hot. Just saying.
That's one way of putting it.
What?
What?
I imagine it being a lot like the sex they had in that old Sylvester Stallone movie where they kind of like
Demolition
Man. Yeah, that's the one. They only did VR sex. Like,
All restaurants are Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I am now very confused. This may have been something that I may have missed.
Oh, you need to.
It's an old movie from like the early 90s, I want to say.
Oh, you just said old.
Yeah, it is
I mean,
old.
okay,
It's cheesy and good.
It's so cheesy, so good.
okay, but there's something about it for me, like movies like Animal House and Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds, that was a movie.
Lambda,
That
lambda,
was a
lambda.
movie. Lambda,
Talk
lambda.
about a movie that aged the worst. Oh my god.
But it's
Like-
so good. It's so campy. It's good.
It was super campy, but like everyone in that movie was a sexual predator. Everyone.
Yeah, that was just that like I noticed that with some of the old movies is there was that, but I think it was a product of the times.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
You know, I think it's a good thing when we learn to, you know, recognize these things like, hey, that probably wasn't really a cool thing, but you know.
Like this
All right.
issue, like
It's probably time for us to get back to
Oh, yeah.
our audience.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're back.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. So, our Intrepid team is heading off into the hot zone.
Never thought I'd be doing something like this.
Should I make some
No.
drive checks to like get around the city to everyone's places so they can load up?
I think it's fine. You've been pretty explicit that you don't speed in the appropriate, like in nice areas. You don't speed,
Yeah.
and you guys aren't like totally tearing around like me. Well, you probably are, but not
How about-
abnormally crazy.
How about we don't tear around like crazy at night through the hot zone, though? Okay, I'm just.
That's
gonna ask
where my
that.
question was going to go. Is going into the hot zone. Dreamer, you guys could go into somewhere somewhat close in and dump your car and go in by foot, which would be the safest for your car. Or you could try to go in further, like by car, and hope that you can get in there and out of there faster or whatever. And so, kind of the question is, how much do you want to push it? Do you want to be like super cautious about your car? Just like a little bit cautious, or do you want to be like, fuck
No.
it, let's just go for it?
Well, that depends. I know it's about like on the expanded version of the map, the full image. It looks like it's about 2 inches from my family's
Yep.
place to the ziggurat warehouse area and the search area. About how far would that be on foot?
So it would be. It would take a little while to get through there on foot. There were definitely some like gaps and stuff that you jumped over with your car. You could get in close to the ziggurat warehouse and park somewhere near there, fairly easy, and that'd be fairly safe down there. Whereas if you want to try to drive like within, like you could get maybe inside the edge of the circle on the east side, on the right side, you know, where it's a little less damage. Maybe on the top you could get in a little bit, but if you want to go in very far into the circle with your vehicle, it's gonna be rough. So you can
Okay.
get fairly close to get in there and get over there.
Okay. So yeah, then I would probably try to get like if there are any damaged buildings out there that are like right close by the ziggurat warehouse, and we could walk the rest of the way, I'd want to pull the car and conceal it in a building that is like has walls knocked down, just like pull it in so it's a little bit concealed, toss a tarp over it, set some rocks on top of the tarp. That way it just looks like it's part of the wreckage and damage of the area.
Cool.
do we have a tarp?
What's that?
Do we have a tarp?
Do you have a tarp? I don't know.
Oh, I mean,
Should I
I
look around?
probably would.
What do you think?
You probably have a cover for your car,
Yeah.
if not a tarp. So, yeah. For that, since you could go over by the warehouse, you could definitely get in there, and you can get in there pretty easily, you know, because as I told you before, there is an actual road that comes into the warehouse. Then there's the other ways. And what I would like you to do is give me a local expert check and kind of figure out where you can kind of, like, how good of a place you can find to hide your car that's nearby. And oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So you get in there, and basically there is a, like, nearby there is a down ramp to a former underground parking lot, and down ramp just goes basically it goes underneath the ground just a little bit, and then it's rubble. So there's enough room to kind of get your car right in there. It's like, you know, got stuff over top of it. You have to kind of come in from the side to be able to see it. And then once you go camouflage it a little bit, give me a conceal reveal. And I imagine Dreamer's probably not going to let anybody else set rocks on her car.
Yeah, probably not.
Burnout,
Not
puke on
bad.
it. Give it some camouflage.
All right, cool. So
One time.
They're never gonna let you live that one down.
It worked.
all right. So you get hidden there, and you guys are basically ready to kind of set out by foot. Now, you guys get outside, and I think I have mentioned this before, but
I would like to like somewhere nearby take out the glow paint and I'm gonna just draw a circle on the ground. Not like just still a little ways away from the car, but still, if we're looking for it, we have a way to find our way back.
okay, cool. Then yeah, you can certainly do that. Then so the hot zone is what's left over from when Arasaka Tower was bombed with a nuclear device. Not the whole thing is super hot, but portions are hot in there. And so you kind of have to watch out a little bit in that sense. Additionally, there's kind of things that have happened over the years. And so when the hot zone was fairly fresh, a lot of the tall buildings got knocked down. The city decided they didn't want them falling on anything that was good. So they paid nomads, construction workers, etc., by the building floor to knock down these buildings. And they did that for a little while before they decided they ran out of money and gypped a bunch of people. Later on, they started cleaning up the north area and just kind of shoving that off into the bay. But as the Upper Marina became more popular, they wanted a route from Upper Marina to Little Europe without a bunch of rubble strewn across the land. So that stopped, and then they started saying, oh, we'll only pay you to ship this out to one of the dumps on the outskirts of Night City, one of those ones that you see in 2077. And at that point, people stopped cleaning up the hot zone and just looting. What that means is in the middle, even what was tall buildings are oftentimes knocked down. Sometimes they weren't knocked down just to like clean up. They were just simply knocked down because that's what they got paid for. And so sometimes there are shells of buildings that are still kind of intact, that have toppled and are on weird angles, or there's layers underneath it where one building falls on another, and then you end up with a layered effect that you might be able to traverse inside of either of those, but you might also fall through some of the windows or something into who knows what. And so it is just kind of a mess and tangle of this destruction around here. And you come out, it's nighttime, it's kind of dark, and so I have to ask, does anybody have low light vision?
Oh, can't see shit.
I do have my flashlight.
All right.
I am gonna have my light tattoos shut off though.
Cool. Yes. In my world, you can turn off your light tattoos. You can turn off your tech hair if it's glowing. Though you can turn off your skin watch. These are like simple interfaces you can do with your agent to modify
doesn't
things.
give you night vision, does it?
Not automatically.
No, automatic.
Nope, you gotta get low light, infrared, UV.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It is.
But all right. So you guys are out there with flashlights in a crumbled down hot zone with potential who knows what's about. And I think I'm gonna start everybody with just giving like a perception roll and an athletics roll. Just to kind of see how you are acclimating immediately to your environment. And how you deal with this. Regular perception. Inhuman perception. Damn, somebody rolled high.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
not
Dreamer,
bad.
of course.
The dice like me sometimes. What can I say?
Sometimes are like all the time, but you know?
Perception and
Oh, damn. Oh,
I see all the things.
All
I'm
right.
right there with you.
So
Combat mode
for
activated.
the audience, we have a 27 perception for Burnout, 26 for Dreamer, and 20 for Roy. So
What
And
was
Frost-
the other one?
you
Sorry.
said athletics.
athletics.
Hmm.
Athletics. What is that under?
That is a body skill.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I rolled a 13 for perception, but I did roll a 20 for athletics. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Jumping around all nimbly bimbly.
I wouldn't say jumping around, but
Oh.
I can hoist.
All right. So you guys get out, you kind of orient yourself a little bit. You have your reference photos and have kind of rough idea where you might be going for. Somewhere that's elevated, that could see potentially the stadium and the bridge. And, we have a 27 and 26 on perception. I think that pretty quickly Burnout, Roy, and Dream are all kind of like, between the three of you, talking and like looking at things, kind of like you think that you have an idea of what you might be going for. You can see against the moonlight, the moon's kind of back behind some of the, the moon goes down, and you can kind of see the shadows of some of these, wreckages. And you think you have an idea of where you might go. It's a kind of higher point that is somewhere approximately into that circle, and seems to make sense.
Okay.
Getting there's proving a little bit more challenging for some of you. I mean, Burnout and Roy are dealing with a little bit more stumbling and whatnot, trying to make it around
Well,
in the
I'm
dark.
carrying this big ass medic bag. I mean, yeah.
Bro, I'm blind. I don't want to hear it.
Do I need to carry one of you or something?
Only if you play Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong.
Run that one. Sorry, above table. Run that one by me again.
Only if you play Love Lift Us Up while you're doing it.
Yeah. That's up.
Where we belong.
I'll hop in the Frost's arms.
So
No. Up on my back.
Ooh.
you're gonna get a piggyback ride.
Yeah, you're
I
small
want to
enough.
say that I'm trying to like remain hidden and stealthy at the same time as we're doing all of this, just like trying to stay out of like further distances, eye lines, and sight ranges and shit.
That sounds like a good idea. That would be stealth. Are you going to share this with the rest of them?
I would say that. Yeah, I'm saying it because I'm like, maybe we should go low profile and stealth our way through here real quick.
Oof, let's looking at
I gotta be stealthy.
Ooh, this is not gonna go.
Don't
well.
forget you have luck and we have +2s.
I'm gonna need to
I'm
use a
gonna add-
+2 for sure.
Oh,
Also, I was gonna add +2. So that is an 18 for me.
all right.
How many +2s do we got?
Let's
So I'll
see.
put me at an 18 with a +2.
It's going to take
so-
2 +2s, using them after the roll.
I'm gonna use
But-
one.
Let's see. We do.
Oh, Raven's
We
giving
have-
us some
And
more
Raven's
+2s.
giving us more
Raven's
+2.
shit.
Oh!
Damn.
Ah!
Hey.
Oh gosh,
Awesome.
that puts me
Guys,
back up to
Raven
like
said
10.
we're gonna succeed.
So, you guys. Did one of you have the +2 count? I'm not sure where my sheet is. I believe we were left off at about 10,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, that sounds about right.
what is it? 3 of you guys using +2s. Ooh.
The reason you're on my back, Roy. Shush.
Who all was using +2s?
I used it
was.
before I rolled.
I used it and I got a fucking critical.
Oh.
A bad critical failure too.
Oh,
So bad.
I stumble over a rock and I hit my knee and I'm like,
Are you good?
yeah, I'm alright. Right, yeah, I'll be alright. Nobody had that, right?
Nope, didn't hear nothing, bud.
Alright, good.
Yeah, you're all good.
Mmm.
You have 40 viewers.
We're live. Can anybody see us? Can everybody see us?
All right. Yep. All right. We are hot. All right.
Oh,
Yep,
sick!
we're back.
Yes.
Yay!
all right. We
Sorry
are
about that
live
brief interruption,
again.
folks.
So I'm not sure what they heard last.
They heard me screaming like a little bitch about my fucking knee.
Probably. So the team was entering the hot zone. It is dark. They're entering this crumbled, radiated, dangerous area, and of course, Roy had to go trip and hit his knee and start screaming. At which point, the rest of the team heard some voices in the distance. Somebody saying, "What was that? Think it's something fun to play with?" And that's pretty much where we are.
Do I recognize any of the voices of the Maelstrom members?
Not offhand. You're kind of busy screaming, so you haven't really heard much. But
It was a big fucking rock, man.
I'm just gonna immediately put my hand over Roy's mouth. Just, shh. Hold on. All right. Deep breath.
Are we gonna try and hide this one out and let him pass?
I think that we should try to hide out of the way real quick, and just wait for them to come around and see what they're looking to do before we announce ourselves.
Well, Roy
Well,
ain't exactly friends with them anymore, so it's one of those like,
all right. Well then, why don't we do? You know, I'm gonna borrow something kind of from Fallout or whatnot. That does somebody want to lead in the hiding? Does somebody want to like take point in terms of it?
Yes.
I can do it.
All right, which one of you two?
I got a plus 14.
Well, not whoever just rolled.
well, No, that didn't pan out quite as well as we had hoped.
Probably should have let Dreamer.
I mean, honestly, succeeding so
Of
much.
course
I'm
you
probably
roll a
gonna end
9.
up failing.
Oh yeah. No, that was Roy. Roy could have pulled an 18.
Oh, okay.
Wait, are we going for stealth?
Well, I was gonna have one person lead it, and Frost seemed to have taken the lead.
Hang on.
Heck.
Roll it too, just to see.
Yeah, just everybody
just
go
see.
ahead.
Yeah,
We'll
not-
see.
Not great, but not bad.
All right, Roy and Dreamer, you guys, like see a little alcove with some rubble propped up that you kind of go and get under real quick, like, and Burnout, you're just like, I'm not sure. Let's just move over to the side and just like get in the shadow and like stay still. And Frost, you just kind of freeze. You don't see any good place to go. Like, you were gonna go under that ledge over there where Dreamer is, and then you were gonna go like over there by where Burnout is, and now you're just like, fuck.
All right, let them come.
And so they start. You hear the voices kind of coming closer, loud footsteps. They're, one saying, "I'd really like to stomp on something. I mean, it's been a little boring tonight. Just a lot of dwarfs and nobody to crush. Like, fuck, man."
Roy's getting his gun ready. He's ready to fuck some shit up.
And
Same. I'm pulling my gun out and just like taking a defensive position where I have sight.
I guess I'm gonna play bait. Fuck.
Well,
All right. So you hear the voices kind of coming closer. And then you see kind of it's off to the west, so from deeper into the hot zone. They come. You see them kind of pop up from some slanted concrete. There's a slab of concrete and some other rubble, and they kind of come up and crest a hill of rubble and debris, and look down, and they see Frost. And one of them's like, "Oh, it's just a little lady. Are you lost out here? Do you need some help?"
Would this be conversation or human? Can I use human perception? Because I gotta feel, after hearing what I heard a moment ago, may I use human perception?
Yeah, go for it.
They're Maelstrom. There ain't exactly much human left.
no.
Yeah, I mean, look at
Inhuman
Roy.
perception. But you certainly may use human perception.
I'm gonna use human perception to decide where we're gonna go with this one. 15.
15.
Something tells me it's gonna be a mugging.
I mean, they definitely have some ill intent in their demeanor. It seems unlikely that they would do anything to actually help you. They, might do something less horrible, like just mug you, or, but they might do something more. Who knows? But they're not looking out for your well-being. That's for damn sure.
Well, I'm gonna dump all my points into my initiative booster, and pop my Sandevistan for start of initiative when it's called.
All right. Now you're just prepping.
shake
Are
my
you
head
going?
like no?
Are you going to start it? Like, are you going to start the fight yourself, or are you going to just wait for them to start something?
Held action. I'm just shaking my head. No, I don't think I need your help.
Oh, come on. Little lady out here, Hot zone.
I'm not
at
little.
night. Must have gotten lost or something. Looking at your threads there. I mean, doesn't seem like you're part of town.
Like,
Don't worry. I'll be fine
No.
where I am.
is intimidation an actual skill that I'm missing?
No, it is not. There's a face down mechanism. There's persuasion that can be used like that. But Roy, will you give me a straight D10 roll? You're going for under your luck. We're going to do a luck check to see if you actually know anybody here.
All right, I got a 1, and my luck is 6.
Oh, you rolled a 1? Oh, I don't see it.
There we go. Oh, of course.
Did you roll it in the box?
Yeah, it's
I
in the
did-
box.
Box.
Stupid box.
Damn the
You're-
box. Still got a 5.
And your luck is 6?
7. No,
7.
6. Sorry.
Then yes, you actually one of the people is actually one of your friends. It is I don't know what your friend's name is.
I'm gonna pop up from the rock and be like, "Oh, stay!
Oh, wait,
What are you doing, mate?
what are you doing here?
Why are you fucking with my bro? Why are you fucking with my mates here? All right,
Oh,
What is- bro.
I wasn't fucking with nobody. You
There,
know I'm cool with your people.
there with me. What the fuck are you doing out here?
Just causing a little trouble. I mean, what the fuck are you doing here? Razor catch you here, then like your fault.
Shut. Well, first of all, you're gonna shut the fuck up about that. You're getting a shot cap in your kneecap, all right? Second of all, you didn't see us here, all right? You understand me?
I mean,
Do you fucking understand me, mate?
give me a
That's a face down.
yeah.
Can I?
Uh,
Can like when he says that? Can I just rack my shotgun in the universal language of shotgun fuck off? To
Yes.
give him some
Oh.
sort of a bonus.
yes, you can.
Love that.
So let's do a face down.
Right,
Um,
so that's for...
That is basically cool plus reputation. In this case, I'm going to give you 2 reputation already for being with the Maelstrom and known. This guy gets none. I mean, because he's not as cool as you.
All right, so I roll.
And you get a
cool.
+1 for the shotgun racking.
All right, so I just roll cool, then do I right click or sorry? I'm kind of fantasy ground's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, so just roll cool and
Oh. Nice.
Holy,
holy shit.
Oh my gosh, a maximum critical success by Roy.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Sick.
he rolled 2 10s. Plus the shotgun rack, plus your reputation, and we're hitting a 29 on this thing for a face down versus his 14. He's like, I understand you, and like he's backing up and like, I didn't see shit. Don't fucking. I don't want you to go after me like you did. Jerry, that one time, man. I don't want. No, that wasn't cool, man. We're just heading out. Man, you need to take a breather or something. Here, I'll leave you some Smash. And he leaves like a 6-pack of Smash sitting up on the ridge there.
Oh, fucking right, thanks, mate. All right. All right. You know what? I'm gonna let you off with the warning, but you pull this bullshit again, I swear to fucking God, man. I fucking swear. Now get the fuck out of here. Yeah, fucking.
We're gone, man. We're gone. And they head back and deeper into the hot zone with their tails between their legs.
Ross is just
Good
kinda
Like-
shit,
slow
Roy.
I have a feeling there's just this group sigh of relief for a moment there for a second.
Frost just kind of like slow turn, like her head just kind of slow turns towards Roy. Thanks.
I step out with my handgun just up, like, hey, good move.
Thank you. All right. So shall we continue on?
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Sorry about that.
First things first, I pick up the fucking rock and I throw it. I'm like, that's better. Feel better now. All right, let's move on.
Imagine you want your beer before we leave.
No, I'll wait. We'll save the smash for celebrations, all right?
Sounds good. I'll share one, or well, I'll drink with you.
All right, let's get going.
Frost just kind of shakes her head as she keeps going.
Yep. So you guys continue on through the hot zone. You're climbing. You're kind of going up a general hill of debris at this point, where several buildings had collapsed in the area, and heading up towards this higher point that you were trying to get to. And it'd probably be a good time for everybody to throw a athletics to see how you're doing at the just generally climbing up everything.
I'm gonna go ahead and add.
I'll use a 2.
I'm gonna add 2.
All right.
And
I am
where's
going
my
to add 2 before I roll.
All right.
I meant to say it before I roll, but I said it as I was rolling because I had already picked up the die.
All right.
Uh,
Well, if you hadn't tossed it, then I'll count it as before. So, yeah. Well, Roy just managed to get another massive crit success with 28.
Well, I got
Jesus.
out of the way.
And Frost, 23. Yeah. So, while Dreamer and Burnout aren't doing quite as well, they're doing well at what they're doing. And with Frost and Roy there, it's just like Frost and Roy right now are like mountain goats climbing up a hill, you know? They're just like jumping up on and like scaling up to places, reaching down from little ledges or whatever and help lift each of you guys up.
Man's a freak. He's a human goat.
Mountain goats, huh? Well, I hope they have no children.
As I'm telling you, I was doing fine, but that rock wasn't there last time I was here, so that it fucked me up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Honestly, I totally believe you with what you're able to pull off. Like,
right? Like,
the rock was not here.
I gotta say, I might be a bit of a fan. As Frost is pulling the other two up occasionally.
listen, I normally fly everywhere I go, so this is just a different perspective for me. That's all.
Well, let's go see if the wolf's coming home.
So, give me a perception check on each of you guys. Looking around to observe your area. You could also, Dreamer, you could also give me a local expert.
I'm going perception.
Oh.
Jeez.
Nice.
Oh my god, with the crits.
31.
Hey, you might not have been like climbing up the hill that well. You were doing good.
My eyes were
but
open.
you were like, you had eyes on the prize. You were like, no, that's got to be the spot. And every time you keep moving in, you're
I
like,
got
no.
legs.
Yeah, you got legs. Exactly. You can't see shit. You're struggling with your big old path burnout, trying to get up in that. And Roy's picking, taking your hand every here and there and helping you up. But you're just like, there's ground. I'm not tripping right now. That's what matters. Like.
Mm-hmm.
But Dreamer, you like always, eyes in the sky. And you are looking up there, you see the spot, you're like, I'm pretty sure that's it. You guys get up a ways, you look over, and you see the lights from the stadium. And then you circle back, and it's like, you can't quite see the bridge from past there, but you're not all the way at the top. And as you guys get all the way up there, you're able to take in the view, and you're looking out. You're at a pretty high point in the hot zone, so you can see pretty far. There's about 3/4 of moon or something. It's bright enough. It's not great, but it's good enough. you can see the stadium out in the distance between some wreckage, kind of forming almost like a V pattern. There's the bridge that you can see out past there. It's a little bit lower down, so it's kind of hard to see unless you're up high. Looking around behind you, you can see the empty crater where much of the destruction happened. I mean, empty-ish. The rubble's lower, you know. And you just kind of look out, and I mean, for you, Dreamer, it's a beautiful night. You're out in the hot zone. It's, you know, you haven't been around your family enough lately, and it's really kind of a nice, like, thing to just to look at.
Yeah. It's really nice out tonight.
I mean, if this is a nice night for you, jeepers. I mean,
Okay, does anybody see anything?
I see everything. I'm pretty sure it's going to be right up here where those photos were taken from, taking a look at the landscape around here. And it just seems like that building right there would be the one with the right angles to it. So I think that's the one we got to climb up.
Fuck.
are you good, Burnout?
Listen,
I'm sure.
I am air Cav, not land Cav.
Okay, I'm just a little concerned for you. Okay, all right.
Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'll get it.
Look, you're the one that patches me up after some things, so I'm a little worried because if you go down, we all go down.
Goddamn human mountain goats.
Mountain goat. What's a goat?
Not you.
Ah.
All right.
I've been made this whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
go
probably gonna be
high,
Roy at
you're
this point.
my last hope. I'm sorry, I'm just over here making Mountain Goats references because that's a band I really enjoy, and that's what I've been doing since you've mentioned Mountain Goats.
You check out a band called The Goat and Your Mom. Real band.
I'm like, is that a real
I-
band?
It is.
Exactly what I was
you were
thinking.
insulting me, or
Real band.
Alright.
My first thought was like, oh my god, those Maelstrom bands. You know?
No, see, my band was called The Five Chord Mr. Stud.
oh,
Oh gosh.
Awesome. All right, so you guys get up to the top of the pile where you're pretty sure is the right spot, and when you finally get up there, what you're looking at, you're seeing a similar view. You're able to see all the way out and see the bridge. Even Burnout can see the stadium lights that are on right now for a game. You know, there's a murder ball game going on, and you can see the stadium lights. You can see the bridge with all the cars going across it, and you have the pictures, and you're like, yeah, this looks like the right spot. Looking from where you are, you came up this hill, and you see all this stuff, but in front of you on the other side where you'd come up is the husk of a building. The steel girders and stuff are making an approximately squarish rectangular shape, and you know, you can see the inside, but it's tipped over and aimed down in about a 30-degree angle or so. So it's fairly steep for climbing down, but that's where they went in the videos. They went down into the husk of this building. Dreamer, you remember seeing that part, and they were having to, you know, get through the stairwells at points because you obviously have to get between the floors that are now going up and down and whatnot. And you see that, and you were basically like, yeah, from here they're gonna go down, and there's something down there, and you'll be able to see whatever it is. But we won't actually see that until next time, because it's 5 o'clock, and
Yes.
we're gonna cut it right here and pick up next time with you guys actually getting to see what is buried down underneath the hot zone.
Cool.
So,
I'm about it.
yeah.
Me too. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
Right. So,
All right.
thank you, audience, for joining us. We will be coming back next week, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Yes, you're looking at me weird. Next time is the 30th.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yep.
No, I was just sitting there. I was going to say, hopefully with no technical difficulties next time.
When we get into February, we're actually going to be shifting our schedule. We'll make an announcement about that soon. But yeah, thank you for joining us. It has been a great session, and let's kick it over to the players for outros. Why don't we just start with our newest player? So, Chris.
All right, again, my name is Chris. I'm at ColdSpider04 at everything, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. I will be playing the second and last Wednesday on Team Veritas, and I will be playing on this every week. So hope to check you guys out. I love playing this character, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys again. So, doing you.
All right. And Crimson, why don't you do your outro?
Awesome. Hey y'all, I've been Crimson Galaxy, playing Dreamer. Honestly, I really like the character you bring into the game. I like Roy. Well, fuck. You can catch me on Twitter at sin_gal. You can catch me here on Twitch and also on Instagram at crimson_galaxy_RPG. And, you know, you can find games that I'm in on my Twitter. I have way too many plugs to list them all off. I don't want to be here forever. You know what I mean? So definitely come check out my game tonight, though. Power Rangers, 6 p.m., twitch.tv/The Initiative Order, and that is Pacific time. All right, thanks.
All right. And Diamond.
Hi. I'm Diamond Dust. I'm a VTuber from the Moonlighters Network. You can catch me here on Twitch every day, depending on the day, because, you know, I work nights. So there's sometimes I'm on in the afternoon. I primarily do Cyberpunk homebrew on the weekends, which, by the way, I have released my first book. It is totally free on my Patreon. I posted it over to Cybernation Uncensored's Discord. Please feel free to grab it. I will be running Cyberpunk RED on my channel tomorrow night for my group, which I lovingly call the Exotics. And then Thursday morning, I will be back here at Cybernation Uncensored for Eddies and Elf Lines, which we will be having session 0 with my crew of 6. Hope to see you there. It will be at 11 a.m. EST. That will be 4 p.m. GMT. Don't worry, Europe. I was thinking about you. You can catch me also on Twitter at 320dust. You can catch me over at other websites. You can even bother me on Discord if you want. Please feel free to.
Excellent. And Kurt.
Hi, everybody. Kurt, also known as Covenant the Horrible Alchemist. You can find me everywhere at these particular socials or right down there. And past that, don't have much more to really talk about. I got my session 0 tonight for my Blade Runner game that will be launching soon, called Dreams of the Future. And so stay tuned for more info on that one.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right. And I am Tracy. I've been the GM today. And you can catch me at Stinkpalm 007, wherever I happen to be, mostly Discord. But yeah, it's been a really good session. Good game here. And so thank you for joining us. So, yeah, have a good one, y'all.
Later, y'all.
Cybernation Uncensored.